music. Does make you want to
Quiet on
dance.
set.
Hi, welcome to the Culinary Journey. And today we are going to Germany. We are going to celebrate Oktoberfest. It's a great festival. It is actually the largest festival in the world. And I have with me today Noelle Gabay, who is my party assistant. She is a great assistant whenever we are doing big entertaining. So we are going to talk about a little bit of the history of Oktoberfest, how it began. It actually was in October 12th of 1810, a celebration of the marriage of the Crown Prince of Bavaria to Princess Therese von Sachsen-Hildburghausen. Can't pronounce it right. Anyway, it went on for 5 days, ending in a horse race. And the following year, they added an agricultural state fair. And then from there, it just grew to have booths. And now they actually erect beer tents for each one that are temporary. The festival starts off, the mayor actually taps a keg of beer. We don't have a keg of beer, but we do have, we're going to call him the mayor, who's going to bring in our brats.
Where is your
And I think we have an assistant to bring us the pretzels.
Thank you, Terry. I mean, Mayor.
Mayor.
Terry, where is your lederhosen?
Yeah. Okay. Yay. We put those right back here.
We have two mayors.
There we go.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
So anyway, it was a big celebration, and they serve over 2 million gallons of beer a year to over 6 million visitors, many who are tourists. So it's just one of those things that started as just a wedding celebration and has become huge. The second largest Oktoberfest celebration in the world is actually in Canada, which I thought was interesting. So what we have here are foods and beers that we're going to pair that are served during Oktoberfest. And it starts the middle of September. The last day is the first Sunday of October. Our timing is perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Works for me.
So first, I know you love sauerkraut.
I love sauerkraut.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite.
Well, the sauerkraut, for anyone who doesn't know, is a fermented food and very easy to make homemade. And actually, I think has a lot better flavor. It's nothing but cabbage and salt.
That's good.
And then you can add fennel or caraway seeds or other different seasonings that you may want to just spice it up a little bit.
See, I like mine cooked. That is cooked,
It was
right?
cooked.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Okay. I prefer it cooked.
We can put it back in the microwave and heat it up, but I
No,
agree. I
I'm
like
not
mine cooked
particular.
too. Do you like it on a bun with your brat, or do you like it on the side?
Oh, either. As
As
long
long
as
as
I
it's
get my
sauerkraut.
sauerkraut.
Well, good. German potato salad. Okay, German potato salad, different than, of course, our American, which is loaded with mayonnaise and a lot of times yellow mustard. Unlike American or French potato salad, German potato salad the dressing is actually bacon grease. So you cook your potatoes, you cook your bacon. After you take your bacon out, brown your onions in the bacon fat. And then you add your vinegar, your sugar, salt, pepper, your other ingredients. So totally different. I like German potato salad. I will say French is my favorite. It's an olive oil-based dressing.
But this you can take to a picnic. In the American potato salad with the mayonnaise, they're always telling you don't leave it out in the sun, but
Right.
actually, bacon grease would probably be better out in the sun, right?
It probably would be. You're right.
That's a good solution.
And the flavors together are really good. I mean, I have not had German potato salad in years, so this is kind of a reintroduction to German potato salad. And I don't know when it came about. I do know that pretzels, your beautiful German pretzels, they've been around since pre-14th century. And interesting thing, they are the little logo of the German Bakers Guild and have been since the 14th century. And of course, you like to dip those in mustard. Another interesting thing, they're actually dunked into food-grade lye
Okay.
before they're cooked to give them the brown color.
Well, I'm assuming that's safe because we haven't died yet, so.
No, we're still here. And how many
Yeah.
times have you been in the mall and got a big pretzel?
Exactly.
You know, so yeah, just interesting little facts. So we'll get on to our brats and beer. So each brat I have paired with a different beer. And our first one, I guess, is the Kielbasa that's on the left.
Which is
Bring this one.
this one? This is the jalapeno.
Okay. The jalapeno and cheddar, we can leave it there.
Okay.
Okay, the jalapeno and cheddar, I'm actually pairing with Ozark's American Style Lager. It's a bright, crisp flavor, low bitterness, and it's made locally in Rogers.
Well, that's good. Support your local businesses,
That's right. Okay,
especially
let's
if you're
hope,
drinking.
let's hope I can pour this so we can do a little tasting.
Well, you're forcing me to do this, but
Yeah.
I'm here, so. Wait, first.
Okay, so, and I'm not going to put any mustard on because it's not going to give us the flavors that are going to come through.
It's nice, crisp. Nice lager.
Brats are good.
Oh, I'm supposed to eat too?
Mm-hmm. You really get the, this is jalapeno and cheese.
Jalapeno and cheese.
The jalapeno, you know, you kind of get it at the end.
It's nice. A little bit of bite. And kind of cheesy. Oh yeah, definitely get the bite at the end.
Well, and I think it also has coriander and I know it's got the cheese, jalapenos, and ground celery, which I'm not getting a lot of the celery, but I think that probably mellows out a lot. So anyway,
Chin
cheers.
chin.
We
How
like
do you
this
say
one.
cheers in German?
That I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and
We
do.
should have our researchers in the back look it up.
All right. We also have a German brat.
I'm still enjoying my beverage.
Oh, please enjoy it all the way. And our German brats have ground mustard, white and black pepper, paprika, ground nutmeg, which I thought was interesting.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Do you want me to get you one since I'm here?
And that has ground coriander. Yeah. Our
done?
German, we are going to do with Warsteiner. Warsteiner actually is a German beer, but interesting thing about the beer breweries in Germany, if you're not based in Munich, you cannot participate in the Oktoberfest. So Warsteiner, even though it's German, it's not in Munich, therefore it is not one of the
Okay, I
breweries
swear
that
I
is
don't-
represented.
I swear I only tasted one beer. Can't take me anywhere.
There you go.
Okay, I'll move over here. It's safer.
So the Warsteiner, this is a Dunkel, and it's a dark roasted barley malts. I think it has a variety of 7 different malts.
7 malts.
Are you finished?
Yeah, finally. Couldn't you tell?
Okay.
Is it Fraulein, Susan? What
Yeah.
here? Okay, so this is a Dunkel, which is dark in German. It's not bad. It's nice. Kind of malty. A little more body than the... The other one was more of a Pilsner tasting.
Well, it's a rich, dark amber,
Is this an ale?
full-flavored,
It's an ale?
smooth taste. I don't know that it's an ale. I don't think
It's a
so.
lager.
No, it's a lager. And you know what? I don't know the difference between a lager and an ale.
It's the way they ferment it.
You know what? I should know that with
No.
all the breweries and distilleries we've gone to. So, yeah, it is dark and rich, has notes of roasted malt and a subtle bottom fermenting flavor.
Bottom fermenting, that's, yeah.
Bottom fermenting
lager.
yeast tones.
That's a lager.
Okay. Well, now I I did learn something new. That's good. That's a nice combination. This
Very
is a
nice.
lot smoother. I mean, for a dark amber beer,
I
it's
like
very
this.
smooth.
A lot of times amber beer has a bite.
Yeah,
It's a little too hoppy. This is nice.
this is.
Malty, not too.
I may have to add it to our beer drinking.
Well, what's the ABV? Is this a high alcohol content?
You know,
Because if it's not, we don't want it.
okay.
Oh, it's 4.8. Well,
Yeah, which is not real high.
that's not real high.
I think there's
drink that
one
one.
here that's 8 point something.
3 min. 3 min.
Okay. All right, we have a kielbasa. Okay, we know that kielbasa is actually Polish, and it is a Polish word that actually translates to sausage.
This one, right?
And all of these sausages are made with pork. Oops, there's,
Oh, you can have 2.
oh wow. They're made with pork, although you could use chicken or, you know, other meats if you like. So the kielbasa is pork, and it has a variety of spices. Nothing specific that I can talk about, but just a really good mix. And I think to do that, we've got a brown ale, and this is actually Founder's Scotch Ale.
It's okay.
You want to dump it or drink it?
I'll mix it. Cheers.
And who doesn't love beer with their pretzels?
That's got a little bite to it.
Yeah, it is
It's not very sweet.
brewed. This is the one that is brewed with imported malts. It's very complex. Hints of smoke and peat. I think we're drinking dirt.
I was just going to say, don't you use peat to fill in your yard?
Yes, paired with a malty richness, a lot of hops. And they call
that's-
it a beer with a bad attitude.
Because the hops is what I think what makes it bitter. I can tell. It's a
Yeah,
little-
it's
got
this
a bite
one's
to it.
definitely has more bite than the others.
I actually like the ale better because it's a little smoother
Yeah.
than the. But a lot of people like really hoppy beer, so this would be for them.
Yeah. Oh gosh, well these are all really good. I could just stand here and drink some more beer.
Yeah, let's just forget the show.
Yeah, okay. That wraps up our food portion of the show. We're going to move on to sweets. We're going to take a little break, and we're going to pair cookies and beer. Welcome back. We are now going to pair cookies with beer. And pretty much what it says in our little book, Cookies and Beer, is move over milk. It's time for beer to take your place. This cute little book I got up in Kansas City. A gentleman lives up there, and he contacted several different bakeries, and they put together different cookie recipes with different beers. And there's several in here. I've selected 3 different cookie and beer pairings, and I think you're going to enjoy this. I mean, the flavors of each one of these are all very different. We're going to start with our pumpkin butterscotch cookies, and it's going to get paired with bourbon barrel quad. Now, this is by Founders, which is in Michigan.
It's a Michigan company, yes.
Because you're from Michigan.
I'm from Michigan.
Anywhere near there?
No, but I did go to college near there. So it's based out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, I believe.
So.
Yeah, not too far away.
Okay. Well, we got our cookies. Mm-hmm. This is a chewy in the center cookie. Mm-hmm. Really good.
It's a perfect time of year for a pumpkin butterscotch cookie.
Yes. Oh boy, you really get that butterscotch. Okay, so this is a porter. And you said you love porters?
I love porters. I don't think this one is a porter, actually. I think
It's a barrel aged.
I think this is an ale.
Oh, it's an ale.
Mm-hmm. Which technically porter is an ale.
Okay.
It's like the whole whiskey scotch situation.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
all scotch is whiskey, but not all whiskey is scotch.
For all the beer I drink, I should know that. Just like I don't know the difference between a lager and an ale. And we've been to like Fat Tire out in Colorado. I mean, we've done different breweries. And when we went to Kentucky, we went to a distillery that was also a brewery. You'd think I'd know more about beer.
Well, it tastes what you like.
That's
How
right.
it tastes.
It is really definitely different than the other ones we've tried. This is a, you got to get the
Kind of got a bite to it.
caramely. It does. This is a little more bitterness. So we've only had one that's been super smooth and a couple that were just a little bit more beer tasting, shall I say. But I do like, I really get the caramel.
Which
The
pairs
caramel
well.
malts and, gosh, just really, I do like it. And I've never tried that before. A lot of these beers I have not tried. And, of course, our wonderful local Macadoodles has everything. And you can buy them, some of these you can just buy by the bottle.
Well, that's
Same.
really nice.
It is, because I
Nice
thought
for
for this,
tasting.
I didn't want 6 different six-packs of beer.
Although I'm sure we could find some people to finish them off for us.
We absolutely could. This was the porter. Okay, well, I goofed up that one.
That's all right.
Anyway, so the bourbon barrels. So the difference with this beer is it's aged in bourbon barrels instead of the traditional tanks that they do the brewing process. So that gives it that nice, smooth, but still a little bit of a bite.
Yeah.
I like it. My husband would say, you haven't met a beer you didn't like. I might agree with him.
I have met a beer I didn't like. I'm actually kind of very specific about the beers that I like, but it seems like you have all the flavorful ones, which is exactly what I prefer.
And it's funny. We're going to talk about these ginger lemon cookies. And the interesting thing with this particular cookie, it is made with ginger lemon radler, which is, it's really, for a fruity beer, I actually like it. But the interesting thing about the pairing, they actually pair it with Tank 7.
Okay.
So I think this will probably have lighter citrus notes. So we'll try this
Yeah.
first.
So
and
this
then
is in the cookie.
that's in the cookie. Yeah. So
Gives a whole new meaning to cookies and beer.
yes, it does. Now, of course, when you are cooking with alcohol, it does cook out. So
Just leaves the flavor behind.
it does leave the flavor behind. So there's our lemon radler.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's tart.
Well,
Definitely
you can
tart.
taste the ginger in there, too.
Yeah, which, like I said, when I had it the other day, I really liked it. Okay, so let's take a bite of our cookie and then try the Tank 7. These are more of a cake type cookie. You know, this was definitely your thinner, chewy center, like a chocolate
Like a chocolate chip, yep.
Of course, it has butterscotch chips. This one is a little more like cake dough, a little puffs up when you cook it. But it's good.
I would say that the beer flavor is very light in the
It
cookie.
is. You really don't get a lot of it. Okay,
And this is our Tank 7.
this is our Tank 7.
And this is another ale, I believe.
Tank 7 is an American, yes, it is an ale. Saison.
Saison.
Yeah.
Which I believe is, the Saison references seasonality. So they used to make it in the winter for the farmers.
Well, it's a Belgian-style farmhouse ale. Lots of lemon and grapefruit. Did you get the grapefruit? Yeah, you can actually taste both of them. It's interesting. I almost taste the grapefruit more than the citrus notes.
Grapefruit is one of my favorite fruits.
Oh, I love it, yes. It has a balanced but a peppery finish.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of get that. And like I said, it's a farmhouse ale. So if you're going to be doing fruity cookies, this would probably be something good to pair it with.
Yeah.
Especially during the summer months. You know, whereas, of course, our pumpkin
this
butter,
is
that's definitely
clearly
a fall.
fall.
When, I mean, who doesn't love when you can start having pumpkin pie and pumpkin spice lattes?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Fall
really
is my
good.
favorite time of year, and honestly, that's probably the time that I do the most cooking and baking.
You know,
It's inspiring.
It is. All of a sudden, it gets cool outside. You don't mind being inside in the kitchen
Yes.
and have all of those
Smells
going
making
and
soups and
yeah,
yeah.
really, really.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely, the ginger lemon radler doesn't have a little bit of the bite that the Tank 7 does, but it's still good.
Yeah.
You know, I've had it before and I'd drink it again. Okay, and I know that you wanted these
Yeah.
to be last.
Yes.
All right, our last cookie is a pecan sandy. Now this pecan sandy is actually made with bacon and toasted pecans. So it is, thank you, a shortbread. And I love shortbread cookies. I mean, it's my
Yes.
favorite. There is a little bit of sugar and some coarse salt on top, but I really like these.
Yeah. Yeah, the sweet and salty is my favorite combination.
Is this where we're going to do our porter? Mm-hmm. You want me to dump this?
Yes, please. Oh, no, it's good.
Okay. I was going to say there's not much. Oh, isn't that beautiful?
My favorite.
That is a beautiful dark beer. So what do you think about that?
I love the combination. So one of my favorite things is like salted caramel, or even putting salt on my chocolate chip cookies, right?
Oh,
That
yeah.
sweet and salty chocolatey flavor together, my favorite. And of course, a porter has those caramel notes,
Yeah.
chocolate, deliciousness.
You know, I thought as a porter it would be really strong and heavy, and it's not. I
Yeah.
mean, for being such a dark beer,
That's what I love about
It's
a porter.
actually-
It's like full of flavor, but it's not so. Like a stout can be very heavy and
yes.
maybe like for me, I can only drink one. I mean, usually I don't get past 2 beers anyways, but but
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
kind of the same.
yeah, it's like lighter but full of flavor.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, we were talking about in Germany, there's only actually 6 breweries that are in Munich that are allowed to participate in the Oktoberfest, which is interesting, and I'll have to look at notes for this, I'm sorry. The 6 of them, one of them is Lowenbrau. You know, I recognize that name. Paulaner, Hofbrau, it was a Hofbrau.
Okay.
You know, so it was interesting. I thought, you know, we always talk about German beers and how dark and heavy, but there were many things that I found when I was researching how Oktoberfest started and, you know, just kind of grew into this huge
huge.
festival.
Yes.
It is. I mean, 6 million people. Can you imagine?
Oh my gosh! You know what? Well, when we were talking about this this episode, I remembered that my dad actually went to Oktoberfest once.
Oh, wow.
So I called him and asked him about it, and he was so he lit up telling me all about it. He said it was the most fun that he's ever had, and that people literally line up to get into the tents at like 4 a.m. and wait for like 5 hours.
Oh my gosh.
To make sure that they can get in and get a seat.
Wow.
And then the servers will carry like 20 beers at a time, like big beers.
I can't imagine.
Like liter-sized beers, and they'll slide them down the table for everybody.
Oh, my goodness.
And he said the music was great. It was so much fun. So
Well, some other interesting things about Oktoberfest. We always think brats, kraut. Well, yes, they do sauerkraut, and of course the German potato salad. But the other thing is, the meat that they serve the most of is chicken.
oh,
And you'd
I didn't know
automatically
that.
think pork.
Yeah.
You know,
That's interesting.
yeah, I mean, and golly, and I don't know when that came about. I didn't research that far into it.
Yeah.
The other thing I do want to tell people is that the brats that we had here are all from farm to table and comes from Bentonville. So these are Chris Brust of Ozark Acres Farm is the one who supplied the brats for us. And he has he does chickens and pigs.
And he's
So-
at the Bella Vista
Farmers Market.
Market, right?
Yes, and the farmers market, I think I want to share with everybody, this coming Sunday is the last day for the Bella Vista Farmers Market, 8 to 1 o'clock in the Mercy parking lot. And I know that they're going to be having a lot of fun things going on to close out the year.
I can't believe it's come so close so quickly.
Oh, I know. Let's have one more, and then we're going to say goodbye and wrap up.
Okay.
And I will be back in November. Not sure what we're going to do then, but our journey will take us to another place. So thank you. Bye.
you.